Let's wax about Prince's dirty mind. Released October 8th, 1980, Dirty Mind is the third release from singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer Prince. Born in 1958, Prince would enter the music business in 1978 with his first album, For You. Entirely produced by himself, Prince played and sang everything on the record. While a personal and critical achievement, the record sold modestly and the record company Warner Brothers was banking on a sophomore hit. Released in 1979, the self-titled second album, Prince, garnered the hit I Wanna Be Your Lover, and the record became a decent hit, going platinum. In early 1980, with this hit in tow, Prince and his band hit the road supporting Rick James. Iconically, the pair did not hit it off, and a rivalry would ensue for many decades to come. Another subject for another time. After the tour, Prince began to record demos for his next record. Influenced by the post-punk and new wave scene of the late 70s, Prince began to listen to stacks of records given to him by Warner Brothers and began to synthesize a new style. Wanting to integrate the new style of such with the funk he inherently had, Prince was further on the road of creating what would be known as the Minneapolis Sound. Recording demos in his rented home in the summer of '80, he immersed himself in the art. With a studio that lacked proper space and had other structural issues, Prince began to lay down the basis and then the finality of what Dirty Mind would be. The title track would derive from a jam spearheaded by keyboardist Matt Fink. Once the jam was over, the pair would reconvene at Prince's home to record the track. After Matt Fink left, Prince finished the track, and the next day the title track was born. Once the demos were played for Prince's managers, they all concluded that this was the record. Ready to battle Warner Brothers on it, they took the record in as is. Needless to say, the company was skeptical, but they wouldn't back down. This would be the record. Comprising of 8 tracks, Dirty Mind was a foray into sexuality unlike any other record before it. From the new wave steam of the title track and Do It All Night, the Beatlesque pop of When You Were Mine, the hardcore explicit funk of Uptown Head and Party Up, and rounding it off with the melancholy of Got a Broken Heart Again and the taboo punk of Sister, Dirty Mind goes there with reckless abandon and a catchy beat to boot. Along with the new direction came a new look. Gone was the long perm of the year before and replaced with a shorter, more punkier hairdo. The wardrobe begs to be mentioned. In support of his second album, he had a habit of wearing tight lame pants. The record company flipped at this as he was wearing no underwear. They told him he had to wear underwear. So he did. Only underwear. Sporting bikini briefs, leg warmers, and a trench coat, Prince reinvented his persona from a Stevie Wonderkin type into an edgy, mysterious genre all unto himself. Along with this was the visual appearance and sheer musical power of his band. With the majority sporting light-minded trench coats as inspired by the film Quadrophenia, the band resembled a new wave oddity gang. Along with the trench wearing of Prince, Andre Simone, Des Dickerson, and new keyboardist Lisa Coleman, was the suit-wearing gangster of drummer Bobby Z and the left field of keyboardist Matt Dr. Fink. Prince's aesthetic was tough, sexy, and quirky, while retaining the musicianship of any top-notch band. Touring selectively as a headliner to support the album, the breakthrough came with such things as a star-studded attended concert at the Ritz in New York City, a performance on Saturday Night Live, and an article and album review in Rolling Stone magazine. With those elements, Prince became the critics' darling. However, in terms of record sales, it was initially a commercial failure, not reaching anything close to the 1 million sold of the previous album. Prince's experimentation in new musical direction would pay off as subsequent albums would further expand and polish his musical statement. This album would go gold by 1984, but it was the platinum idea back in 1980 that introduced Prince as the persona and character that we know. Wax!